Thank you so much for staying tuned to Tea or Coffee on High Impact Television. Now we are moving into the next conversation that we'll be having with Olawale Olatubi. He is a physiotherapist. And today we are talking about occupational overuse syndrome and also workplace safety. Is your work going to tell on your health? What kind of work are you, what kind of job are you doing, or do you wake up to every morning? Is it going to tell on your health? We are about to find out with Olawale Olatubi. Good morning. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. So first up, we're talking about workplace safety, occupational overuse syndrome. I need a good explanation on what that means so that we all can be on the same page and have an understanding of that. Okay.
Occupational overuse syndrome.
Okay.
It's a kind of injury that happens to any kind of joint.
All right.
That it actually what happens when you have using the joint over and over again repetitively. So it happens to your wrist, can happen to your wrist, to your elbow, to your fingers. So it's, when you use a joint over and over and again, it can occur with having injuries. So occupational injuries like typist, you are typing, you're sitting in the bank for too long, you're predisposed to having this kind of injuries.
Okay, so tell us more about the symptoms when it gets to that point where you know that it's beginning to tell on your health. What are those symptoms that it shows you?
One thing about this overuse injuries is that at that point you might not be feeling this kind of pain. But over time, probably after 2 years, after 3 years, when you're doing the same thing over and over again, you start having pains at the affected joints. You can start having swelling, or you can have weakness of the affected joint. When you're having this kind of symptoms, you should just have to seek the doctor. Okay, these are signs of, okay, probably my kind of job is maybe it requires me sitting for too long. After 2 years, I start feeling pains at my back, or swelling, or stiffness at my back. Then I know this is a sign.
Okay, so let's break it down to the kind of occupations that can actually put you at risk for things like this.
A lot of occupations that can put you at risk. It depends on the kind of job you're doing. Now, for bankers have to sit on a chair for over 8 to 10 hours every day. Sitting on the one spot for 8 to 10 hours every day is bad for your back. Okay. So, over time, they come out with back pain. I can tell you 70% of bankers have back pain. After
70%?
I can tell you after 10 years of working in the bank. Go check them. So because what they do is they sit down on the spot for too long, and the kind of job they have to do is that they have limited time. So you have to rush, so you have to just sit. You can't take breaks. So you're sitting on a position for too long predisposes you to having back pain. And so other professions are actually the typist. You use your fingers. You type fast, very fast. So over a very long time, you're still having pains around the fingers, swelling. So overuse, that's one thing. When you're using the joint over and over again, you start having that kind of pain.
All right, so what are those measures that can actually be put in place for situations like this?
It depends on the kind of job, again, I said. Now, as a banker, I know the kind of chair I'm sitting is not good.
All right.
It's not good for my back. You have to look for a chair that suits your back,
but that suits your position. It's the company that would be providing that for you, right?
That is, most companies now have occupational health practitioners working with them. So the occupational health doctor or practitioner works with the company to provide the kind of chair, the kind of table they use. The chair must not be too high, the table must not be too high, it must not be too low. It must be back friendly for each individual. So everybody have the kind of different kind of chair you use for in your office. So the kind of thing you just have to do is look for the best kind of chair you use, then take breaks, intermittent break. I would not advise you to sit down on the spot for 3 hours, not shaking. So at least 45, 50 minutes, take a break, take a walk around, stretch your back, and then come back and sit down. And that way you not have that kind of injury at longer.
Okay, so now, for instance, if your job requires you wearing heels like every time, every day, because I actually know someone who would always tell ladies that it is proper and appropriate for you to wear heels, especially if you were going for a corporate function or you're going for an event, you need to wear heels so that it gives you that, chic look.
Yeah.
So now, I want to find out, would you be at risk as a lady if you have to wear heels every day for the kind of job you do or for meetings or events?
Yes, you will be at risk for having, because...
Are you trying to talk to me?
Yes, because where you wear heels, your body, the body balance is no longer balanced. It has affected the balance of the proprioception and everything of the body. So where apart from the injuries you have to your ankle, because where you're going, you can just sprain your ankle. You can just so apart from that, you can have sprain at your back. All the muscles are actually tensed when you have used the gastrocnemius, the quadriceps. They are in another. You are giving them extra work to do when because they are not on normal footed shoes you're wearing. So when you're used, over time you can have this kind of problem. But when you're walking with heels, you might not even have the kind. But over time, you can just cover that you're having back pain, you're having some pains at your knee, your ankle over time. So what I advise people to do is that apart from, because you have to wear heels, you have to look pink and everything, but you just have to be wise about it. Most girls now put slippers in their bag. So after a while, you just look around. There's no just remove your shoe and put in your slippers and walk around you. But actually, that's how it is. But if I would advise people to wear heels, it depends on the kind of height. It shouldn't be more than let's say 2 inches or something. So it shouldn't be very high. Just a little bit of high heels is better compared to a very high heel shoe.
All right. Sort of, I think you're talking to me in a way, but then, you try to like balance your lifestyle and your workplace safety. You mentioned something about organizations taking that, paying more attention to see how their staff can be safe in terms of the kind of work they do, like putting things in place so as to make them comfortable and safe at the workplace. Now, as individuals, what are those activities that you tend to do in the home? Now, we talked about your occupation, how your career, your kind of job can have a negative effect on your health if you have to stay in one position over and over again. How about when you're in the comfort of your home? What are those things that you can do that can affect your spine, your back, things that you do wrongly? Okay.
Before I answer the question, I will just quickly chip in this. For most organizations, they need to take care of your staffs because when you are not satisfied, when you're having pains or you're not okay, you can't produce well, you can't be productive. So it brings to job dissatisfaction sometimes. So they need to take care of your staff and make sure that this thing, is it good? Let's check this chair, is it okay and everything. Now coming to your home now, at home, to take care of yourself, I advise people, one, your spine is very, very important to you because the spine is like, it makes you stand erect, it makes you move around. So the spine is very, very important. It depends how you treat your spine now will determine how your spine will be later on when you're 60, 70. So when we advise young guys and young ladies like me that take care of your back very well now because when you're old,
it will tell on you.
It will surely tell on you because it's degenerative disease. So what I tell people is that one, don't lift any heavy object. Stop lifting heavy objects because some people, because they are strong, they want to lift a big fridge, they lift everything. And if you can just hear a snap, some people's back pain just start with a snap, bam, and that's it. Stop lifting heavy objects. My colleague was talking about how to lift objects, not bending over and everything. You just have to make sure that everything you're doing, your back should be in the right posture, the right position. If you're standing, stand well. If you're sitting down, now we're not sitting very well. I'm not sitting very because my spine is a bit shifted. So if you want to sit very well. Look for a seat. Sit with a chair that has a backrest. Sit very well. And then I used to tell people, do not overuse yourself. Take time to rest. Anything you're doing, take time to rest because one thing about this overuse injuries is that the solution to it, the first solution to it is rest. Because some people still walk with this pain. They keep walking with this pain, and it gets bad.
Okay. All right. So I would need you to actually show us some postural practicals on how you should bend, move, and which is the right way. And of course, you talk to us about the right postural conditions that you should follow. So what would be the first thing that people do wrong, especially at work or at home?
One thing is that anything you're doing first, just put it at the back of your mind that is my spine straight?
All right.
Because the spine has this way that when you check the spine, anatomy of spine comes this way.
All right.
When we did biology and it comes this way. So everything you're doing must be in that anatomical position. So if you go away from that position, you are moving in a wrong posture.
All right.
Now, some people stand this way. Now, for instance, can stand. Some people can just stand this way. Some people are very comfortable standing this way.
How about if I, as a lady, there are times you just want to stand like this?
Yes,
is that wrong?
You can stand like this if you're taking picture, because you want to take a picture. But some people, they're just used to standing this way, and you're used to that.
Okay.
After a very long time, you're just used to standing this way. Your posture is moved, your spine moves directly. It moves towards the direction of where you're standing, where you're moving to. So if you're standing this way, you discover over time, you're walking this way.
Oh, I've actually seen some people who they tend to tilt towards the right way.
And we young ones, because we think it's fashion, some people want to swag this way. Yes, because over time, you're used to doing this. Over time, you just see yourself moving towards it. And one thing about posture is that it's very hard to correct posture. If you have a very bad posture, it's very, very hard to realign back. So it's best to just put yourself in a good posture when you do, consciously now. So now, when you're standing, stand erect.
Straight. Okay.
Look at me now. This is how I'm standing now.
All right.
Look at my hand. You stand erect.
Okay.
See, my back is fine. I'm not standing this way.
How about people that stand like this with their back
if you are standing this way now, is your back in the normal position? No.
No.
Tell yourself, my back should be in the right position.
All right.
Stand this way. It might be stressful, but you get the gain later
Okay.
on. So you have to stand well. Now let's sitting now too. Sitting. Some people sit, they just slouch. They are comfortable sitting, slouching.
Exactly. A lot of people have the mentality that when you're in your home, you should be able to relax, and that way you slouch on the chair.
If you want to relax, then
how good is that?
If you want to relax, just lie on your back straight. Let your back be on normal. Lie on your back. If you slouch on this position for a longer period, you might be comfortable at first, but over time, you're putting your back muscles into unnecessary stress.
Okay.
Because it's like, this is normal way your back is meant to be. You are going this way. You be comfortable, it's fine. But doing that for 2 hours, put more strain to the back.
All right. So whatever position you're doing, just make sure your spine is straight, and you're not stressing it. Oh, okay.
Then some people, when you're having back pain, sometimes just need a little bit of stretching. Sometimes you're just sitting in your office, and you can just stand up on your office. Can just hold the desk.
Okay.
Stretch.
And you stretch.
You stretch one of your legs.
All right.
You feel like
for someone like me with heels.
Please, you just don't do that with your heels. So that you don't fall off. But you just hold your table.
Okay, and
you can just take one leg. Not even know you're doing anything. When doing this, you're stretching your back.
All right.
But you can just put your hands back and just go.
And move. Oh,
just stretch a bit. 10 seconds. And you're cool. Then you can move around. You're cool.
How about people that wake up in the morning and then they have to do all of this and that?
Well, when you sleep overnight, your muscles, your joints you're just in a position. So some people are comfortable stretching, crack. They just have to hear this sound,
some
cracky sound and everything. Well, it's good for them. Sometimes, if you just overcrack, well, you can hear.
It just might not be good for you.
But sometimes it's not too good to just be cracking your bones and everything.
Hi guys, did you enjoy the video you just watched? You did? Okay, so go straight to like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell to get notified anytime we drop videos for you. Adios.
How you treat your spine now will determine how your spine will be later on when you're 60, 70.